In other words, assassination attempts are always uncomfortable, but assassination attempts are the proof that they just know they can't compete with the power that God has placed all over your life. In other words, when folk try to assassinate your character, when they try to come for your reputation, when they form alliances against you, don't you tuck your tail and run away. It's just a proof that they know that greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. And how many of us know that when you are called by God, that you don't have to defend yourself, you don't have to fight for yourself, you don't have to go tit for tat, because the battle is not yours, but the battle belongs to the Lord. You've just got to stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. And see, let me just pause and just say to somebody that's under attack, I need you to know that when you've been favored by God, you can't be foiled by men. In other words, I need somebody to digest this. I need somebody to know that when God has set you up, that there is no slander, there is no lie, there is no snare, there is nothing that man can do to disrupt the favor that God has put all over your life. In other words, when you look at the story of Joseph, there was nothing that his brothers could do to disrupt God's plan. When you look at Saul, there was nothing he could do to disrupt God's favor. When you look at the story of Joseph, he is the testimony that God will take what your enemies meant for bad. He'll reverse engineer the circumstance so that what was meant for bad, God will turn it around and use it for your good. And see, I need you to know, friends, that when you've got God's favor, he'll put the attacks on a seesaw. In other words, anybody old enough to remember the seesaw on the playground, where when you mash down one side, it raises up the other side because it's got something holding in the middle. See, how many of us know that no matter how far the enemy tries to push you down, because you've got Jesus in the middle, it's just going to raise you higher on the other side. In other words, don't try to stop them from pushing. God is just going to reverse it and cause it to start lifting you. Are you hearing me today?